There was a team down in Miami that was wondering if their more bowl was going to be college football playoff bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the outside looking in for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They were ranked lower than Notre Dame for a long time.
That's right.
How's that work? We just beat Notre Dame. Yeah, but you're 18th, actually. Notre Dame's 10th, so you got no shot at this thing. And then all they kept doing was just stacking dubs, stacking dubs, stacking dubs, stacking dubs. Then there's all of a sudden a cluster in a bubble. And all they're wondering is, do the games matter? Like, why are we even playing them? Well, the committee said, yes, they do. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a man who'll be taking his team down to College Station to take on Texas A&M next Saturday in the first round of the college football playoff. The head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, Mario Cristobal.
Hey, coach!
What's up, dudes? How we doing?
Hey, hola, amigo. How you doing, brother? You're in the tournament. Hey, you're in the tournament.
Yeah.
Eso muy bien. ¿Cómo está usted?
Sí. Yeah, I don't know what you said there, but I certainly agree with how you said it. I want to let you know that. Look for the captions later, and shout out to AI.
Like my screenshot back here?
Listen, you're going to get me in some shit with some people, because
Yeah.
I'm calling this
Look,
game.
it was either that picture or the one of you in the Speedo, like airborne.
Yeah, beginning of season. Hey, end of season, I'm a little bit more. If I would have had this body, you saw it, and single leg too. I would. Yeah, okay, all right. Let's move along. We appreciate your hospitality earlier in the year. We appreciate you being a friend of the program, and we also appreciate the fact that your team just kept battling, even though each Tuesday night they learned that they were potentially going to get screwed whenever it all came to kind of make the final decision. What was your messaging to the team all year? It was basically like, hey, we still got a shot. We should have a shot. How did you handle that with the locker room whenever it was kind of a question mark on whether or not you'd have college football playoff ball?
Sure. I mean, it was always about if you take care of your business, it's going to take care of itself. And obviously the big one was after the SMU loss, right? That's when things were like, we put it in not entirely in our control, but we could work ourselves back to having it in our control. And we did it, man. We had a team meeting where they didn't have to speak, just kind of let the reel of film play with us in our first 5 games and how well we were playing and how the plays we were making. And after sitting there in silence and watching it for 10 minutes, we just woke up and realized who the hell we are and played some unbelievable football down the stretch.
Toney is obviously spectacular. You have weapons all over the place. The defense has got dogs. It feels like college football playoff football, though. Quarterback's got to be able to play. Carson Beck, been there, done that. Good news. How do you feel with Carson? And, obviously, whenever we talked to you before, it was a little different time of the Carson Beck Miami Hurricane experience versus now. What are your thoughts on him as your leader going into the big dance?
Yeah, down the stretch, these last 4 games, I think you've seen his numbers, man. He's playing at a really, really high level. And quite honestly, he's fully healthy now. And he was healthy going into the season, but not at this level. Like that arm is strong now. He's slinging it. He's really comfortable with our offense, and it led to just an awesome November. So we're fired up about him and certainly confident in everything that he's been doing. And our guys love him, man. He's a real deal dude.
Playing a real team, obviously, in the college football playoff in Texas A&M. At one point, they were the only undefeated team left in the SEC. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if you want to comment on this or not, but I saw he's first team All-SEC, so he's great. One of the tackles for Texas A&M said that it's not going to be a problem blocking Rueben Bain, who is projected to be the number 1 defender in this upcoming draft. Do you think Rueben has heard that yet, and how do you think he feels about that?
I think when I hear stuff like that, I just always say the same, no comment.
I thought that might be it.
I love everything about it. How do you feel about the vibes of your team? What was the moment when you guys get into the playoff, when you find out it's Texas A&M? What is your locker room? Do you feel like you have obviously a bunch that ready to go win a national championship, but do you feel like mentally, physically, you do have a squad that can go here?
I mean, you've been around our guys. You've been around our building. I mean, the people here, it's been a long time since Miami has been in a situation where December they're in the conversation and they're really relevant. So around here, it's all about the work, man. I mean, everything down here was built with the work done on a Green Tree practice field. And the guys that have been through here and what they've emphasized. And that right now, the vibe of grinding and getting after it, it's stronger than it's ever been. So it's really that simple, making sure that we focus on us and doing all the things necessary to play winning football.
Vince Wilfork was on yesterday, and we took a trip down memory lane with Miami. He's BCS national champion. I think he can give you a snap, too. I don't know if he has any eligibility left. Maybe we can ask the NCAA before next week.
Man. I was a GA when he was on the scout team when he had to sit that year. And I'm sitting there as a GA going, I've got Vince Wilfork, I've got John Vilma, Ed Reed. Like, why am I leaving here? Can I just stay here as a GA and be part of it? So Yeah, Vince is an awesome dude. You see how he's trimmed down too now. He looks great, man, and he's an exceptional human being, and love having him around. When he's around, the guys go crazy, man. They love him.
He just got off his third consecutive holiday USO tour, where he leaves after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, and goes over to the Middle East and kind of sees the troop. And he talked about how important it is. Like, good dude. I think a perfect indication of who you were trying to have represent the U. Ty has a question for you about maybe the future of the U while also balancing the current.
Yeah, Coach, how was it handling the chaos of, lobbying to get into the playoff when you guys felt you'd done enough and that you should be in? And then on top of that, you have early signing day. You knew that, what the class that you were going to bring in was going to be very important. And then also just hoping that you're going to get in the playoff. Like, how nice was it being past that and now just going back to, hey, now we just prepare to go play football? All the hay is in the barn with all that BS, and now I can do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, it's the life of a college football coach nowadays, right? You're on 24/7, cancel Christmas and go do your job, right? So, I mean, for us, it was, and credit to the guy who runs sports information for us, Cam Gorby, because we never felt like we had a lobby. We felt like we just weren't going to let the facts be, I don't know, almost just covered up and pushed to the side for other narratives. I mean, at the end of the day, we were a head-to-head winner of a primetime game, and we stacked, 10 wins and playing our best football. And I felt like people were posturing to try to, I don't know, just supersede that, and we're going to let it happen. And when you couple that with the fact that signing day was going on around the same time, and we signed a trench-heavy class with the number one player in the country, an absolute creature, which I think you guys are going to love. I think you had him on your show. I hope you have him on your show. And Jackson Cantwell just got named the Gatorade Player of the Year, the Natural Player of the Year. We signed our best and deepest class. So the future here, and the fact that this facility they're building in, Pat, you'll have your own little section in the weight room, have all your hammer strength machines, all that stuff.
Thank you.
Everything, the trajectory is going like this, and we have humble, hardworking people that, just a bunch of nobodies, man, that work their butts off and are looking forward to just getting better.
Got a bunch of nobodies whose names are about to be in the lights, especially if you get a college football playoff run in front of the world to see. A guy who's been a believer ever since he was a little baby boy in North Left Canada. Gumpy has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, glad you guys could make it into the playoff. How nice is it to have a guy like Toney where you can just run any play? The guy can sling it. The guy can run it. His routes are absurd. He's so fun to watch, man.
Yeah, if you get a chance, just throw on his high school highlight tape. It is absolutely insane. I mean, he's, again, a team that lost its quarterback in high school during, a run at the playoffs. He goes in there at quarterback and just takes them all the way through it in the state title game. I believe at one point he was 15 of 15 with a couple of touchdowns. He, special dude, special attitude, ridiculous energy on a daily basis. You're not going to outwork the guy. He's going to be here at 5:30 in the morning catching, balls in the jugs machine. And he's a wide receiver that actually takes time to spend quality time with the O-line coach in the morning. Tells you a lot about his level of just care, his level of investment. He's exactly what you would drop a football player to be like.
And he's true freshman, right?
Yep.
True freshman. And actually an early enrollee. He should be in high school this year.
Well, West Virginia's got their eyes on him, Coach. West Virginia, one of West Virginia's donors, watched some high school film of him, saw him throw it a little bit just there.
We got some donors in Miami too, buddy. The buildings here are a lot taller than over there.
You talked about that Cam guy. What a weapon, man. You guys do have a special alignment. And obviously Cam is a part of the sports. President, AD, you, all the sports. It feels like a special time to be down there in Coral Gables. Congratulations on getting into the tournament. We can't wait to watch your team play.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on, and go Canes.
Hey, we'll be on that sideline, okay? So there might come a time where you're paying attention like this, and guess who's coming?
I'll tell you.
Ooh, single leg takedown from the side. Pat McAfee, just know it's coming.
You better gain some weight and buckle your ass up.
I only got a week and a half, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't play in the lightweight division, buddy.
Okay, all right. I got a week and a half. Don't you worry, I'm beating everything, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mario Cristobal.
There you go.
He's the best. He is the best.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't